For the first question, I have, what is your name and where are you from?
True story to Barber. I'm from Akron, Ohio, originally.
How did you get the name True Story the Barber?
I was in Barber College. I went to All-American Barber Academy. I was in there doing my thing. I just came up with this slogan, like, before I did the hair, you want to see a true story? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you a true story, you know? And, you know, me and the clients used to laugh about it wherever, not until I was done, it was just like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of stuck with me. So it was just like, all right, I roll with that.
Why did you become a barber?
I became a barber. I started cutting when I was in junior high. My parents used to cut my hair and they used to destroy it. So I figured if I'm gonna have my hair destroyed, I might as well do it myself. But I knew me, I knew my determination and drive, I knew I would get better sooner or later. So that's why I started cutting hair. Once I did get better, you know, it was exciting to take nothing and make something out of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was exciting. So it kind of stuck with me.
What do you look for when hiring a new barber into the shop?
I look for the same things and the same feeling that I had coming into barbering. You know, the drive, the determination, the willingness to learn. You know what I'm saying? You can tell all that with a conversation, look in people's eye, and their whole preparation, you know, for becoming a barber. Some people just in it for the money because they want to make money or whatever not, but I'm looking for the passion. You may not be the best cutter. Everybody started out horrible. I started out horrible and everybody else started out horrible. But if you determine enough to get better and be better or whatever not, that'll rapidly change. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for those type of qualities in a barber, just the hungriness to be better. You know what I'm saying? To want to do better, to make people look good, and for that to be motivation for them and a thrill for them.
What advice do you have for barbers trying to grow their social media?
Consistency with posting. That's the only way that you're going to be seen, is if you constantly post it, and post at least 3 times a day. And hashtags and tags are very important. You know what I'm saying? They have to be calculated tags, not just tagging anything or wherever not. You want to use your social media for, you know, to attract clients. Your peers, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Being recognized by your peers, that's always cool. But the main goal is to try to attract clients. So you use hashtags that you think a client would look up. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that, you know, may look up who the best barber in Phoenix. Okay, then that's the hashtag you want to use. You understand what I'm saying? So your hashtags is calculated, it's directed towards what you think a client would look for if they go on Instagram looking for a barber. Those are the hashtags that you use.
What do you recommend a beginner barber start out with, booth rent or commission?
Commission, because a new barber is not going to have a clientele to sustain booth rent. You think what I'm saying? So you have to start out with commission to build your clientele up. That means taking kids, that means taking elderly people, that means taking anybody that you can to try to build your clientele up and get better, because you want to be consistently cutting. That's what's going to get you better. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's going to bring you clientele. But there's no way you can start out with booth rent as a new barber unless you already had clientele, you know, cutting at the house or whatever, whatnot, and you think you can handle that, whatever. But the best thing to do is start out with commission, and then when you feel you've reached a point where you can handle booth rent, then, you know, that's a discussion that you and the owner can have.
How do you succeed when competing as a barber?
How do I succeed when competing as a barber? I compete with everybody silently. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know, visually or verbally or anything like that. I look at, to this day, I look at cuts as, amazing, and whether it's Photoshop or not, I go through methods in my head to see how it got to that point, or see how I can get to that point without having the Photoshop. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody that's dope, I compete with silently in my head to try to reach that point. It's always a goal for me, you know. Anything that I do, any pictures, anything that I take or whatever, not, I purposely find something wrong with it just to keep me hungry, just to keep me going and striving to be better.
What is your advice for barbers wanting to get better at design work?
Use a family member or something wherever not to practice on. Use a family member to practice on something, and look at other designs from other people. You know what I'm saying? Some of the dopest designs, some of the dopest barbers or wherever not, and kind of mimic it with your models or wherever not, from family members or whatever, and just keep practicing. That's it. You're gonna learn as you go. Like I said, everybody started out horrible. I started doing designs when I was in junior high. Like I said, the industry changed. You find out things that can make things better. Just find a family member that you can practice on, and that's the best thing that I can tell you. And always start out with something simple and try to make it as clean as possible. Then you can start advancing to other things. But you want to start out simple. Don't try to do anything extremely complicated or something like that or whatever, because you may get discouraged. So start out with something simple, and then slowly increase the complications of your designs.
What is your message to the youth?
If you want to get into this industry, don't get into this industry with the mindset of, I want to make a whole lot of money. That's not the purpose. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, you can make money. You can make as little or as much as you want. But you want to, if you're getting into this industry, have the passion for it. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you have the passion for it, it shows in your work. You dig what I'm saying? Because yes, you can make money, but money is not the first priority. The first priority is safety for you and your client. Then it's customer service. You understand what I'm saying? Those two things come before cutting. Those come before cutting. And then, doing a good job with cutting where now then you get paid for it. So you see, getting paid for it, it's like the fourth thing you have to worry about. But a lot of young barbers want to get into this industry because the freedom of making money, the freedom of the scheduling. You know what I'm saying? And that's another problem. A lot of young barbers come and go as they please. You can't build a clientele like that. You want to be able to be available whenever. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you build clientele. I remember at my first shop, I was there so much people thought it was my shop. But that was me grinding, building my clientele. And, I've done that all the places that I lived and cut. I started the whole process over every single time. I'm from Akron, Ohio. I lived in Miami, Philly, Baltimore, Atlanta, Statesboro, here, you know what I'm saying? And each time I had to start over and do the whole process over. But the end results was always the same. The money came. But all those other things had to come first before the money came. You understand what I'm saying? So as long as you do those steps and trust the process, you're gonna be all right. But you can't come into this industry with the mindset of, I'm gonna make a whole lot of money, or that's all I want is to make money. Because there's a difference between a barber and a person who cut hair.
What do you want to be remembered for?
What do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for one of the hardest workers. I want to be remembered for the craft, what I put out for people to see, to inspire and motivate. I want to be remembered as one of the best that did it. I don't want to be remembered as the best. I want to be remembered as one of the best, you know, and that's because I put in the work to get to this point. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, I started out dope, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I had a whole lot of friends that, you know, made me popular or anything like that. I grind every single day. You understand what I'm saying? It took years to get to, you heard the phrase, it take years to become an overnight success. That's basically what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got a story, man. This is mine. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.